Welcome back for part 2 of episode 4 of Atavar Ascension. To catch you up on where we last left off, the Blue Devils woke from an evening's rest and enjoyed a nice breakfast while they discussed their next mission, one of providing assistance to a small town called Woodhurst. They left the Honeypot Inn to head to the Finsmore estate to speak to Lady Finsmore, the client for this mission, in order to learn the details of what they must do. Meeting with Lady Finsmore and her young niece Harain, the party learned that they must meet with an herbalist named Jacob to pick up a delivery of medicinal herbs. Harain apparently is from Woodhurst, and a sickness has been running through the populace of the town. People have been getting very sick, and several had already passed away from this illness before Harain was sent to her aunt in Kyver to get help. About to leave to prepare for their journey and to pick up the herbs, Tomer's keen ears pick up a timid whisper from the young girl to her aunt about the people getting sick had been drinking the water. And that is where we hop back into the action. Tomer and Ajax, you noticed something, and I gave you basically a whisper.
Yep.
But you guys had been getting the information from Lady Finsmore about Woodhurst and what needed to be done.
As we're leaving the house, after we get her to sign the paperwork so we can start the quest, I want to gather the group together before we head out.
Yeah, we're definitely looking to share that.
Guys, come in. So the thing is, we can't drink the water when we get there, because the little girl was tugging at the lady's arm about we weren't going to get sick. If we drink the water, we get sick. So that means there's something polluted.
How did you gather this information?
Well, when I asked her, we'll be fine if we catch the disease, she's like, yeah, you're fine. The little girl, I saw her mouth.
Yeah, we noticed.
But what
her.
about the water? So it's the water in the town that's getting people sick. So there's something in like the well system or whatever they're using is getting them sick.
Okay, so not only are we going to have to cure these people, we're also going to have to deal with what's causing the ailment.
Don't tell me we're going to have a sewer adventure. I always hate those.
Yeah, you hate getting your boots wet, don't you?
Sure, why
Yes.
they'd be trying to keep that.
I would be lying if I
secret
said I
from us.
didn't.
I mean, I think any of us would be lying if they said they liked getting their boots wet.
Precisely.
So let's do this. Let's all go get the wagon and then go to the market, because either way we need to help load it up together anyway.
I know you guys have some personal shopping to do, so...
I was just going to find some herbs for my pipe, but that can wait. I could probably
Well-
get them at the herbalist when we're going.
Well, how about you guys go ahead and go to the shop. Ajax and I will go grab the wagon, since I don't think we have any shopping to do anyway.
No.
And we'll meet you down at the apothecary.
Ajax, bring me a...
Or the
We're going to
herbalist.
stop by the bar. Bring me something.
I wasn't planning it. Well, yeah, I can always make time for
Yeah,
that.
I'm on.
Where do we have our wagon stationed?
I thought it was at the Honeypot. They had a place near the Honeypot that we could stage the wagon.
We never really established
You did
that.
Not established. There is not a stable that is owned by the Honeypot. There are many stables throughout this city, since it is such a large city. There's one probably about 2 blocks, if you will.
Is there one
away.
at the Free Association?
At the Freelancers Association?
But it
You
wouldn't.
haven't asked.
Okay.
And they did not show you that specifically.
So I'm assuming no. So
No,
I'm,
it'd be the one
That or it's
I'm
for
assuming we did the one.
elite members only.
I'm assuming we did the one nearest the Honeypot.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, it's about, you'd say 2 blocks. I mean, it's, less than a 5-minute walk.
All right. Let's swing by,
Retroactively, we went there.
swing by the Honeypot. I'll take Percy and I'll take Leon. Let's go to the shopping mall. You get what you gotta get. No stealing. We'll go get what we gotta get.
Bad dog.
Let's head out.
I haven't stolen anything.
Uh-huh.
Insight check me, bitch.
She hasn't.
Yeah, but I know her ways. I know you can.
All right. So
I overpaid for my goods.
who's going to the wagon?
Ajax
These
and Gold
Okay,
going to the
and
wagon
you 3 are going
to
the shopping.
the shopping mall.
Okay,
Yes,
well,
sir.
you 3 would get to the shopping area first because it's a little bit of a detour, but it's
It's
closer. So you 3 arrive in the market square.
All right.
As you have seen before, it is, especially this time of day, it is still before noon. You're probably only about 10 o'clock in the morning or so, maybe 11 at the latest. and it is bustling. There are many people walking around to and fro, going from shop to shop, buying stuff, carrying stuff, shuffling stuff around, or just passing through. But it is very busy. All the shops seem to be open and doing brisk business. As you make your way to the southeast corner, you do eventually find, after a few minutes of looking around, a shop that just simply says on the sign out front, Herbalist, with a nice big leaf and what looks like a root kind of carved into the wooden sign hanging out front.
All right, let's go in and get everything prepped. We'll go inside the shop.
Okay. Inside the shop, you, especially you, Tomer, are assaulted by a variety of different scents.
Ugh.
He's assaulted.
Yes. You're smelling everything from very strong smelling incense, fragrances like sage, all these different kinds of scents coming up from different incense type plants, as well as very earthy tones and almost like scent textures of different things, which you all know to be various types of herbs and roots and things like that. There's also definitely kind of a smell of dirt or the earth itself in this shop. Standing behind the counter is a half-elf man. He is wearing very simple attire, just a nice, halfway button-down shirt with short sleeves, with dirt, almost like stains going up his arms, as he seems to be working on something kind of in the corner of the counter, chopping up some kind of plant root or something, with a very scruffy, not quite beard, more like stubble, and a kind of a mat of disheveled hair on his head in a dark brown.
Hello, sir. We're here to pick up a delivery of Nara root. Do you have the paper?
Yes. Are you Jacob, perchance?
Yes, I'm Jacob. What can I do for you?
We're here from the Finmores.
Yes,
Picking up that root for the...
Yes, you said you had paperwork.
Yeah, I'll give him the paperwork that she gave us.
Excellent. Let me see. Yes, I remember this order. I actually just finished it yesterday. It is all ready to go. It is in the back. It's quite a lot. Do you have a cart or something?
We got our other companions coming around with the wagon. So just
excellent.
give them the
If whenever they get there, if you will just pull it around back, and then I can get my young son to help load everything in. He'll show you where it is. He'll just knock on the back door. He'll answer.
Yeah. I also have some personal shopping if I might.
Oh,
Bother
yes.
for your time.
Well, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for something that's soothing and calms the soul. You got anything like that for a pipe? If you got anything such as that material.
Yes, I admit at your first description I was thinking more of an aloe. But if you're looking for something to smoke, there are a variety of things. He starts kind of listing out a couple things out loud, more like he's thinking to himself than really explaining them to you.
Yeah, I'll tell him, like, when I used to run back in the day when I was in the Thieves, I was always looking for like something like either it was from the sea or that was imported, or like a lavender type of situation or something like that with a nice smell to clear up my nose.
Well, we do have some Windors herbs. I think that might be what you're looking for. They are actually grown seaside. They prefer the sandy mix of soil.
Yeah.
But when crushed properly into a fine powder, and then mixed with a little bit of sand and dirt, you get a very nice smokable mixture. Very soothing, very calming, and usually kind of a relaxing feeling. At least so I'm told. I do not smoke such things myself.
Yeah, it's a bad habit. I'll take a little pouch of that if you could prepare that for me real quick.
Oh, yes. It'll just be a few minutes.
That's fine. We'll wait for them. If you two want to go wait around back, unless you guys need to buy anything.
Yeah, I
from
got
me,
some
otherwise.
stuff.
I'll just go wait around back. You have fun.
Where are you going?
Well, here for one, and then next door-ish.
Alright. Alright. Leon, go check out back. You go do your shopping, just make it quick. I don't know how long the guys are gonna take, and I'll wait in here just to browse a little bit.
Okay. Yes.
If I needed to purify some water, you got anything for that?
Purifying water. I mean, it depends on what what is contaminating it. Different roots and different plants will absorb different toxins.
If I had to take a wild guess, I would say something similar to Nara root would be a pretty valid.
Yes, maybe some crocus or cassil. That might, either one of those, perhaps. They could possibly. It really, again, it depends on the exact source of of whatever you're trying to leach the toxins from.
If I brought a sample of it, would that be viable?
I'm sure we could find something. Yes.
All right.
It would possibly take a little bit of time to research it, but yes.
Do you have any empty vials, I guess?
Yes, for a cost, of course.
And do you dabble with acid, perchance?
Acids. I do have a few. It depends on what you need it for.
I mean, the typical acid concepts.
The typical acid concept. So, like, I know my most popular is actually this lemon extract, which is used. It adds great flavor to food. The acidity is quite on point. I actually sell quite a lot of it.
Disintegrating?
Oh, that kind.
Yeah.
Might I inquire as to what you would be using such substances for? I don't normally keep that kind of thing on hand.
I'm just gonna stay silent for that one.
Do I hear this go on?
I don't know. Are you doing this like right next to Tomer, or?
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, if you're right next to it,
Right.
there, yeah.
Camera zooms out, it's right there, like, yo, I can hear you.
I mean, like, I wouldn't have, like, gone out of my way to not be there, but, like, I wouldn't, try to be loud and obvious about
Since I'm
anything.
proficient with a chemist kit.
herbalism kit.
Hold on. Alchemist supplies is what I'm proficient in. Do I understand what she's looking for, like an acidic base type of situation to melt something?
Yeah.
I think I know what you're looking for. We're not going to find it here.
Okay.
Is lie what you're looking for?
I'll take some empty vials. Sounds great.
Excellent. Yes. Let me gather those up for you real quick. Actually, in fact, while I'm working on your order, sir, if you will, over there you will see we have a selection of vials of different sizes with which you can peruse. Grab which ones you like, bring them up, and we'll, I'll write down the cost for you of the total, and we'll go from there.
All right, I'm just gonna go grab a couple vials at which I could take like a couple samples, kind of thing. from.
Yeah. And it's not much. It's like a couple silver. And I wouldn't even worry about marking that down. But yeah, he's good with that. You two. Okay, now you guys are still you're in stasis for now. You two, it takes a little bit longer to walk back to get all the way towards the honeypot and eventually to the stables, but you make it there and you manage to get the cart. Are you just gonna kind of make a beeline for the market, or
You're going to stop it. I'm going to pick up 2 large containers of Evermead, one for me and one for Tomer, like he asked.
Why don't you just buy a barrel?
A large container could be a barrel.
Oh, I assume
could
you meant large container was a whole ass keg.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I was
Or like a
getting at.
mini keg.
Yeah, I mean they do have smaller barrels of stuff that you could purchase, or you could get a full-on barrel. It's totally up to you.
Just keep in mind, we gotta make space for 9 crates.
Yeah, I was going to get the medium.
Seven.
Medium cake.
He can empty it real quick, don't worry.
Medium size? Okay. Something along those lines.
So that you could...
Yeah, something along those lines is going to cost you about 15 gold for one.
15. I'll be set for a while, though.
Yeah.
I'll split the cost when you meet back with me.
Yeah, all right, deal.
Okay, so you're getting 1 or 2?
2.
Okay. So you got 2 of those. I mean, if you stack things correctly, I mean, that your cart could probably fit about 8 of the herb crates, and those two kind of medium-sized barrels, they can kind of stack on each other and would take up the spot of an 8th one. So you're like chock-a-block full right now.
Sounds good.
And once you load everything up. Now that doesn't mean you couldn't like sit on top of the crates, but you're getting you probably would be getting close to the weight limit capacity of what this cart is able to handle. Even though it's a decent cart. I mean, you took the cart from the governess's estate, which was a nice.
Yeah, we're not exceeding.
I mean,
it
it's
yet, so
We
it's a
also
nice
got to think
view.
about the work the horses are
Do
doing
we not
now.
have a bag of holding?
Do you think we're gonna foot giant crates of root in a
No.
bag of holding?
A keg. A tiny keg.
Uh,
That's where my brain is going.
it's like a medium keg, like
Medium.
around.
So after you purchase that, then you're making your way to the market.
yeah, gathering the horses' carriage, grab our beer, and we're on our way.
All right. Back to you 3. You 2, while you are in there, it doesn't take too terribly long. Like I said, you get your sample bottles and purchase those. Takes about a good 5 minutes, so not super long, for Jacob to prepare the nice little smokable pouch that you desire. And he says, this here will be 7 gold, please.
All right.
Just subtract the 15.
And it's a decent sized little pouch. You'd say maybe like about size of an orange.
What's inside of it again? What was the thing he said?
In there, I believe he gave you Windor's herbs with a little bit of it's like sand and soil mixed with it to actually help it be smokable, because it is pretty much a powder. It's all, and when mixed with that, with
It
a
gives
little
it a little like a easier aspect to smoke. I'm assuming.
yeah, with a little with that soil in there, that brings a little moisture.
Yep.
It's not quite a paste, but it's a little thicker than just a powder because it kind of sticks together. So you can actually grab like a little clump of it, put that in your pipe, and then you light that.
Gotcha.
So, and it's a long, slow burn. What you have just purchased would probably last you a good month.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not for all the time. It's just
Yeah.
for when I got.
No, even if you were, every day, it's probably going to last
It's
you
for like
a
an
month.
after meal situation or
Yeah.
like a downtime scoping out. And I need to stay awake.
After watching MacGyver,
And using it like that, it could last you
Sipping
several
scotch.
months, half a year.
I'm trying to quit.
So,
Tomer,
Yeah.
you said you had a
I got a kid on me. What you need?
looking for some acid.
I'll fix you up once we get to the other town.
Perfect.
now they're still a ways away. What are you guys doing now? You just waiting around the
Is there
shop?
any other shops near his?
Oh, you're in the market area. There's tons of shops.
there are no other shops in the market.
Everything
It's
is
just
closed.
herbal.
Do I see any suspicious characters hanging around the marketplace?
Me?
Yeah.
Criminal.
Okay, 1, 2.
Perception checks, you two.
There's one right next to you.
Oh, shit.
Hello, Toulouse.
What are we doing?
Perception.
Perception for like criminal types. I got a flat 16.
Okay.
I
A
got
whole 8?
Okay. You're looking around, Tomer, and
If I could be more specific, I'm looking for the old gang. If any aspects of the old gang.
you don't see any of them.
Okay. Or does anybody wearing their colors or?
No, you don't see any of those. You do notice every once in a while, it looks like there might be, he's slippery, but there might be someone who's doing a little bit of pickpocketing here and there.
Okay.
But in a city this size with this many people, not admirable.
Gotcha.
You don't notice any of this, Percy, but, if you pointed it out, then you would.
I'm not,
Yeah,
I'm not going to.
Okay.
I wasn't particularly going out of my way to look. It's all good.
Liam, give me a perception check.
I love perception.
I do know I want a
I
clothing
hate
store.
perception. 11.
11. As you are waiting in this back alley behind the shop, you notice about 20 feet away, behind kind of some debris, there's a crate that's a little bit broken, and it looks like some cloth and papyrus, just detritus hanging out. You see a pair of legs kind of sticking out, as if someone might be like sitting against the wall back there, and you see a young man walk up towards those legs and look real close for a little bit, and then lean in. You can't really see because of the broken crate what he's doing. Yeah. And then he kind of comes back, and he starts to turn and starts to walk away from where you are.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Are we next to him?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
You're out in the front.
You're out in front. He's in the back alley.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna sneak up on him, so I'm gonna roll stealth.
Okay.
And I should have advantage right now because I can't be seen.
You're invisible. Yes, you have advantage.
I was gonna say because of the boots thing, where no sound.
Even so.
All right.
Advantage is advantage.
All right, so that would be 16, and that's a much better roll. It's 25.
Okay.
And when I get right up behind him, I'm going to uninvisible and have my rapier up to his neck. I'm going to say, "What are you up to, mister?"
And this...
Did you take the 15 seconds it takes to undo your weapon? No, we're not there anymore.
You're not there anymore. I'm assuming you unrespawned anymore.
Well, we had to return the ribbons.
Yeah.
Hold on, just 1 second.
Yeah.
Alright, what are you doing?
What are you up to?
You see a young, probably late teens, human male, hooded, and now this rapier up to his throat. And he's like, "Oh!" And what did you say to you specifically?
Well, I said, and I'm going to add something to this. I'm going to say, "What are you up to, young man?"
Nothing.
Look, I'm already on a job today, so I'd rather not be the one who finds and beats up petty criminals. It's not my thing. But you can't be up to anything good.
Swear I didn't do anything.
I'm okay with profiling. I am justice. No, can I insight what he said?
Yes, absolutely.
Calm down, Batman.
That's I am vengeance.
I am vengeance. Okay. I never roll well on insight. This is no different. I got a 7.
Seems like he's telling the truth to you.
All right. Well, I'm going to ask about the legs then. Very well then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's obviously a lie. That one's obviously a lie. You walked up.
Is it obvious?
He doesn't know what you're
Looks at
talking
your
about,
dice.
bro.
Is it obvious?
Is it obvious, Mr. Low? Insight rolls. I turn him around, still holding the rapier up to his neck, and point at the legs. What do I see?
You see what looks to be a homeless man, looking like either he is passed out drunk or asleep or something. He is very dirty, very disheveled clothing, just there.
All right, I'm going to take an educated guess, and although it seems like you're telling the truth... You interacted with that man.
Yep. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have a sword up to your throat.
Roll intimidation.
Okay.
Oh, come on, that one.
Come on, +4. Let's not roll a 5 again. That is a 12. So 16 in total.
Okay. Okay. You get... All right. Okay, look. You didn't need anything. He's already like that. I need this more than him.
He clearly needs it more than you.
No.
All right, here. How much did you take?
Fine, here. He reaches into a pouch, and he pulls out the coins that are in it. It's a small handful of copper and a couple silver coins as well.
I look at it and I say, pity me, of course. Look, I know where you've been. I've been there before, too. I will give you and the homeless man a couple gold each, but don't do this. It's not the right way. There is always another way to provide for yourself. Now, tell me, Are you doing this for someone else?
Roll persuasion.
All right. That's what I'm good at, yeah.
This is where he rolls in that one.
Yeah. Okay, I got a 14 in total.
Okay. He just goes, okay, look. I just... It's how I get by. I don't have anything else.
Well, clearly you have skills somewhere.
It's how I survive.
I don't condone stealing, first off. I think, although it is my view of justice and everyone's view might be different, I think stealing from anyone, unless they are objectively morally evil, is wrong. That being said, stealing from the poor is much worse. If you're going to steal from someone, steal from some rich estate owner or something.
Roll persuasion.
You're persuading him.
Fuck you!
Can I have advantage with that?
Oh my god, I hate you.
I'm not gonna lie.
You're not there.
I mean, like.
Could have helped.
Okay, that's a 12.
Okay.
I want to end that statement by saying, still, don't steal. Work towards other goals. I can help you with this. This is what I do.
Yeah. He looks you up and down. I've heard help before.
From
What?
who? From who?
Look,
Tell me.
I know your type.
What's my type then?
Twink.
Rich.
So I'm not the only one
rich
who thinks it.
assholes who like to take advantage of those
Rich
less fortunate.
assholes who'd like to take advantage. Now, let me tell you, young man.
I'm down to
How old is your character?
I'm 24, I'm not very old either. I can tell he's younger though, right?
Oh yeah, he's like 16.
I have to act tough and older than I actually am. You might think I'm a rich asshole, and yes, my garb is quite fancy. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that much. But I've been in the same position you have been. You'd be in a lot worse of a situation if this town was under the effect of a plague. And yet, people still found their way around. I know you can do better than that. You have to do better for the people who can't do better, like that man right there. And, gods damn it, maybe I'd have to teach you. That's what happened to me.
Roll persuasion one more time, this time with advantage.
Yeah, baby! Okay, that's a 16, and then that's 15. So 16 is my best.
Okay. So you're going to teach me something?
I'm going to teach you how to fight for justice, because people respect that.
He's getting his Robin.
I am getting my finally! And you don't have to fight
What's
if
your
you
name?
don't want.
I don't even know who you are.
You can just call me Thancred.
Okay, Thancred.
You're a bitch.
I'm Jonathan.
Jonathan.
How do I know I can trust you?
You don't.
This is where I have to make a decision.
Night Sky.
Alright. You can trust me.
Do trust me.
Source, trust me, like he said, yeah. Stab him repeatedly, no.
Don't worry, dude. I'll get us babes. You're just gonna have to give me some time.
Look, if the guards knew I was doing this, I'd be in trouble. But you could have killed that man easily with your bare hands. You can trust me because I'm giving you this. And I take out the dagger that I have, and I hand it to him, and I say, every man who fights for justice needs a proper weapon. This is a start. It meant a lot to me when I was given it, and then eventually I was given this, and I point to my rapier.
What does the dagger look like? Is it a simple, just nothing dagger?
It's this dagger with this sort of carved into steel handle that sort of spirals down and around into a point, with the pommel being that of a sort of dragon's head. And then the blade itself is curved. It's clearly of elven make and is a little bit longer than a typical dagger.
Okay.
Looks like a penis.
He holds it in his hand as you hand it over, and he looks at it. Looks at you. Says, where can I find you?
Bat signal! I'm just kidding. Well,
In the shadows.
in the shadows. I am the shadows. I can't stop with the Batman joke. I'm so sorry. Do you know the Honey Pot Inn?
Yeah?
You should be safe to find me there.
Okay. Alright.
Now, before you go...
You did mention a couple gold, though, too.
Yes, that's what I was getting to. You can have 5 gold, and I will give the homeless man 10. Do you understand?
Okay. He holds his hand out.
I give him 5 gold, then after this interaction is over, I'm going to give the homeless man 10, so I will just subtract 15 preemptively.
Okay. He puts it in his pouch.
Stabs the old man. Takes the other.
Now, this is where I want insight to work for me. I say, promise me you'll trust me and you won't do anything like this, and I can teach you how to find money in ways of charity and live by your own means.
Roll insight.
Please work. Please, sir. That's a 13. That's the best roll of insight I've had in sessions.
He looks at you and he says, Alright. I'll give it a shot. You feel like he's being honest.
Thank you, Jonathan. It might seem weird that I'm doing this, but I want to end this on one final note. Again, I've been where you've been. There was always hope. And someone like you especially, who's been in this situation, are the perfect catalyst to help other people. Someone who's only known privilege their entire life and power, they don't know that perspective.
Alright. He kind of just looks at you and he's kind of nodding a little bit. Definitely giving me a lot to think about.
What are y'all laughing at?
Memes.
Memes, I know.
It's a cat meme.
Yes, love cats.
He nods and said, "You've definitely given me some things to think about." He kind of tucks the dagger into his belt and pulls his shirt kind of over a little bit. He turns and he starts walking away. He just, after about 15 feet or so, he just kind of looks back over at you. He kind of goes, And then continues walking.
And then, of course, I give the 10 gold to the homeless man, sort of just... Would I have to roll sleight of hand, or can I just drop at his feet?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's out cold.
Question. Do I see the guy that just walked out of the alley from the front of the store?
No, because it's like, this is a back alley. You're like out here. This is happening back here.
Okay, I
He
understand.
walks
Not-
away
not
and
like this.
immediately
But I
motivated
smell
by-
him.
Yeah.
By Jen's character. For the
I
dagger.
haven't stolen anything.
Now,
Not
you two are
once.
out front area. You said you wanted to look into some other shops.
Yeah, I
right?
just need to run to the clothing store real quick.
Okay. Yeah, you find one not too far away.
I just kind of take a look around, looking for like a face mask kind of cover
Okay.
situation.
It doesn't take you too terribly long. You're able to find one. I mean, there's a couple different clothing stores. It just depends on how fancy you want to
I'm
get.
not going for fancy.
Yeah,
I'm going
no.
for dark hidden.
You're going for utilitarian. Okay. Yeah, you find one that's simple clothing, simple garb. Costs you a couple silver for a face mask.
Okay.
Anything else in particular you guys are looking for?
That was all I needed.
Okay.
I still got my arrows and everything else. I'm good.
Yeah. All right. So you're waiting for a while. Eventually, you guys see Gold and Ajax pulling up with the cart. They see you as they're kind of maneuvering through the streets, and so they make their way towards where you guys are, out near the front of the herbalist shop, of Jacob's shop. And as you get closer, you finally, hey, there you guys are. You let them know, hey, pull it around back. So you guys all kind of go through, and you end up pulling it around back of the store.
I'll knock on the door.
Knock on the door. And a young half-elf ends up answering. He's like, yeah, my dad told me you were gonna come. You're here for the crates?
The roots.
Yep.
The roots? Yeah, okay, hold on. Nara root, right?
Yep.
Okay. He looks to you two being the biggest and says, this way. And brings you into the back of the store. There are several different crates of different things around. He kind of looks through on a list, and he's like, okay, see, right here, these 7, right here. Points them out. And, he's like,
I start
you just
taking
take them?
I help load them up.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna ask him like, does it matter if they get stacked on top of each other, if they get wiggled around? Or
He looks at your cart. He's like, let me help you organize.
I assume they're heavy.
They're decently
More
heavy.
than 10 pounds?
The wood is the heaviest thing.
Okay, more than 10 pounds.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
know.
The wood is always
The
heaviest
wood in the
thing.
crate is heavier than what's in them.
Yeah, no, I
You know what I
cannot-
mean?
But it's still decent. I mean, decent
Yeah,
heavy.
yeah.
You're probably looking at a good 40 pounds.
So just mage hand will not be effective.
No. But he helps you kind of organize, and you basically kind of have to lay them out, one level of them. And it fills the cart except for one space. It's about the same size as one of those crates.
all right.
So, and that's where your mini kegs can kind of sit.
Nice.
Oh, here you go.
Thank you.
And he, checks off the paperwork, says, okay, I think we're all good. There you go, guys.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Let's get out of here.
Yep. I can drive first. Take first turn.
Well, I'm already driving. Don't worry.
How long
Fair
is it gonna take us to get there again?
It looks like about 7 or 8 days.
Not too bad.
Start
It's-
making myself
It's
a
to the northwest of where you're at.
All right.
You actually, you got, well, it wasn't said, you got directions from the Lady Finsmore. She would have.
What was the town we were heading to called again?
Woodhurst.
Woodhurst?
Woodhurst. You would have gotten, she would have said, you follow this passage. There's a road heading north once you come out here on the main road, blah, blah, blah. It's fairly straightforward. It's just you have to, follow the road, and it's going to take about 7-8 days.
All right.
What provisions do we plan on making for water, since we can't drink the water?
I say we got skins on us, don't we? I got a skin on me.
Mhm.
I say we just find some clean water just on the way. Now, hopefully not too close. I'm talking like maybe the first or second night.
Worst comes worst,
Stop
we just
up
drink
home.
beer for days.
Yeah, we got the kegs
Travel
from.
to a town called Woodhurst, where the sickness did swallow, where the water was worse.
Oh my God, can you shut up? We're not even there yet.
So they packed up on water on the way there. And for the singing, we know that Tomer did not care.
I start making my bed on top of the crates and start covering my ears.
She made a bed to rest her little head
Give me a performance check.
and covered her ears because of her fears of beautiful music. Performance, that's gonna be +5, alright.
Not your highest proficiency stat.
21.
Sorry, you have a stat
He's-
higher than 5?
He's actually
What?
really good, guys. You're
I'm not convinced.
You're not necessarily wanting to cover your ears because what he's singing it's actually very soothing and happy.
I do it out of principle.
Yeah.
I see her doing it out of principle and I'm like, fine then. Song change. This is our travel song! We have to travel long!
No, that one's banging. You're good. All right.
I'm tapping my feet the whole way while driving.
Thank you, Gold. I'm glad you appreciate it.
Oh, you can't see
All right.
this.
Now you guys
I see it anyway.
You guys set out about.
I just know.
You guys set out a little after midday. Is when you finally got everybody together and packed up. So you got about half a day's travel. You can head out. Eventually, nightfall comes. You guys make camp for the night. And how are you doing watches?
I can take first.
I take the darkest of the watches.
Okay.
I'll take second watch.
I'm sleeping.
I'll take third then.
Okay. So you're taking the darkest.
Whatever time the darkest is.
Well, darkest. Well, technically, it depends on how long. How long are you?
Taking.
How long are you doing watches for? Okay. Remember,
I still want to get a
technically
full night rest.
technically to get a long rest, everyone will need 8 hours for long rest. Even if you're an elf, where you do 4 hours of a trance, you still need to get the benefits of long rest. You still need 8 hours of kind of restful activity. It doesn't mean you need to be tranced or sleeping. So you need 8 hours of restful. You're not doing much. Just not straining yourself. So in order to do that, there's a couple ways you can do that.
I have to clarify.
You can take 3 4-hour watches.
Mm-hmm.
That way, even the person who's got a 4-hour watch, they still have 8 hours of sleep, but that means 12 hours go by. Okay? Or you could end up with, 4 3-hour watches. You're still doing 12 hours, but you're getting a little bit more rest.
If it's a week journey and we have 2 or 3 of you guys who can drive, why not just drive at night?
Can any of you guys, besides me,
Everybody can see at night
no, not that.
for the most
Operate
part.
the cart, driving.
Yeah.
The
only
only two
got
that
two
operate the
drivers.
cart are you and I.
Yeah, you two are the only ones with operate.
I mean,
land
if,
vehicles.
aren't we in a time crunch?
Yes.
I never tried, but I could improvise. So just give it a try.
Let's.
I'm
Yeah,
just
that's all
saying, if 12 hours in turn of this week-long journey is not gonna...
Gold and I will just trade off on driving. It's no big deal.
Listen, I'd rather have the 2 professionals do it than.
No, I mean, I don't
Oh,
disagree.
you hear that, Gold? Professionals.
They've seen us in action.
So
Of
you
course
guys-
they think we're
So
professional.
you guys going to...
We outclass them in every way.
So are you gonna drive straight through and just trade off 12-hour driving shifts, or
Sure.
I said we trade off 12-hour driving shifts.
12-hour driving shifts.
That's a lot of shit.
I-
or 6 hours, 6 hours, 6
Yeah, I
hours,
think-
6
I
hours,
think
or something like
6 is a
that?
bit more
6 hours
fair.
is more realistic.
You must drive for 12 hours straight. It's
And for what it's worth, I'd like to try to
4-hour driving shifts each, and then a 2-hour rest period.
That works for me.
stay.
That way we can also hunt and gather supplies along the way.
There you
Mhm.
go. Okay. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to kind of have what are you doing, like 4 hours, then 2-hour rest, 4 hours, 2-hour rest? Or are you doing 4-4-2,
4-4-2.
4-4-2, and then do another 4-4-2 and just keep doing that?
Yeah, it was like, because
Exactly.
we can sleep in the wagon.
Okay.
Like,
'Cause
that's not an issue.
That gives me enough time to get pretty good rest in between each driving
Okay,
session.
that works. That
Yeah.
works. Okay, so doing that, you're going to basically cut the trip time in half. And we'll call it 3.5 days, and you've already had a half day of travel. So you only have 3 more days of travel. You are, however, traveling basically constantly.
Mhm.
I need everybody to roll a Constitution save.
Oh, I got advantage on those, baby.
Oh,
I'm great at constipation.
oh my god, I'm good at Constitution? The fuck did that come from?
There's that one for the night. Your driver's fucking beat.
Alrighty.
14.
Okay.
Mind handing me my dice bag?
No.
13.
Not good. 11?
18, I'm doing great.
All
I
right.
got.
I'm used to being on the road.
Everyone except for Gold this is a rough schedule. I mean, but you're kind of resting. This would be rough for you as well, Ajax. However,
You're a big boy.
you managed to tough it
I'm
out.
very
Gold
constitutional.
driving for so long and all this. By the time you start to get where you're pretty sure that Woodhurst should be, right around the bend, so to speak, you are just wiped. You take 1 level of exhaustion.
Rip. I totally.
Can I
forgot
just
to
do a
something.
double shift and let him get some rest?
You guys can stop and take a long
I say we
rest.
do this. Before we get to the town, we do a full night rest before. We can hunt before we get to the town, get fresh water, some fresh supplies if we need to hunt for a little
We
bit.
don't know where the contaminated
So-
water starts.
I feel very bad. I totally forgot to tell Jonathan that we were leaving on a week-long trip.
Sounds like a you problem.
I know. I'm gonna come back and he's gonna have a whole villain arc like, where were you? You weren't there for me.
needed you.
I'm like, I'm sorry.
Take this dagger back.
My
your lungs.
my player totally forgot to do something.
Gold's wiped. We're not useful without.
No, we can take a nap. That's fine.
You guys don't know that I'm wiped, okay?
You don't
He's good at
hide
hiding.
it.
He
With your
just-
nap
No,
on,
no.
you don't hide this.
No, that doesn't mean I don't hide it. I'm tired as fuck. That's fine.
But he's
I'm
not
tough
showing
through
it.
it.
Yeah, but we already dealt with him tired once, and he was just a pain in the ass. I don't want to deal with that again.
You guys don't know about it, Chuck.
Yeah. On the contrary,
I'm assuming
we'd
the
be,
6
we'd
months
be
that
used
we
to
worked
that.
together, you were a pain in the ass at some point.
I'm a pain in the ass the
Not
whole
on
time.
this, though. Our background, we're used to this.
No, but I'm talking
He
about.
wouldn't be showing it.
I'm talking
What-
about
what
6
time
months
is
prior
that?
when we were working together. Had to be at some point. that he was-
Right now, it is
Not on
probably
this specific
about
thing, though.
10 o'clock at night.
Well, it's fucking nighttime anyway.
Let's just.
You guys don't know that I'm
No,
exhausted.
but it's 10 o'clock at night anyway. We'd rather go into town in the morning.
Well, whose shift is it right
I don't know who's
I don't know.
fucking
Let's just
driving.
rest. I say.
I'll say it's mine.
What's gonna be open at night anyway?
Yeah, I was like,
If
just,
we can't
let's-
drink the water,
let's
what the
just
hell are we gonna do in the town
Let's
anyway?
just go to bed here, and then we'll wake up and go to town in the morning.
Are we only one day out now?
Yeah.
You
Oh, I
figure,
thought we
you
like
figure you're
around the
maybe a
corner.
couple hours away,
Yeah.
estimating.
Yeah, no. We'll
I
do
look
the
at
morning.
gold. You wanna settle down for the evening?
I see no point in going to a town that's completely empty and fast asleep. So
Fair enough.
we'll reconvene in the morning.
Okay, look.
So the thing I said.
The thing that we both said.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, that wasn't largely in character. You guys were metagaming, so I'm
Yeah.
completely excluding that.
No, my character can definitely talk and say all of this.
All right.
Not Deadpool. Shut up.
so you guys take your rest. You set your watches. And it's a very uneventful night. You wake up. You have gotten a long rest, and your point of exhaustion is now gone. That's the end of part 2 for this episode. Tune in for part 3 next week.